Morning, Stampers. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Linda Goldhurst from Snowberry Stampers in Orlando. And today I'm going to go over the 4 cards we have for the product spotlight featuring the Flowering Tulips stamp set and dies. And absolutely beautiful. And the DSP, absolutely beautiful. I can't get enough of it. So let's get started with card number 1. Card number 1 is a gatefold. All right. The colors that we're going to be using for the stamp, excuse me, for the stamping are Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Mossy Meadow, and Black. So let's just put this to the side. So let's do the stamping first so I can show you how I layer it up. A lot of people do it differently, so it does not matter. It's whatever appeals to you. So there are 2 larger flowers, and this is a 2-step stamp. And I look at the one with the 2 dots up here at the top, if you can see that, and I make that my darker one, okay? And then the other one's the lighter one. So let's just ink that up. There's one. And now the darker one is the Poppy Parade. And it also does not have to be dead on center. It is so forgiving. All right, then I'm going to use the smaller. And on the smaller, I am going to do, there's 2 petals here, 2 buds. Let me see that, okay. I'm going to use the darker on the larger one. I'm going to use the lighter ink on the smaller. Now on here, you'll see that I did the larger image with the lighter ink and the smaller image with the dark. So I just wanted to change it up a little bit. I'm going to stamp 2 of these in the darker, which is the Poppy Parade, and then the lighter in the Flirty Flamingo. And I'll show you how that looks different. So you can see here the difference in those 2 smaller those 2 smaller buds. It's all up to you. It doesn't make a difference. All right. I'm going to take the stem, and on the stem there is a little fatter end up here, and I use that at the base of the buds. And because it's photopolymer, you see exactly where you need to line it up. And then if you needed to change the direction, you want to clean it first. And then right on your block, you can turn it so it faces in the other direction. And I don't mind that they overlap like that. And then we've got 2 different petals, and I've got them mounted both on the same block. And depending upon which direction you want your leaves to go, and I'm just flipping it. I'm not even going to the other petal. It's just in one direction or the other. Neither one is right, neither one is wrong. Okay, and I think I'm just going to stamp off a little bit. And you can see the difference. Here I did more, here I did less. Sometimes less is more, sometimes more is more. It's totally up to you. Okay. All right, and then we've got the center of the big tulip. I'm doing in black. There we go. Okay, so that's all the stamping for the outside. All right, in your card kit, you've got the scallop. That's going to get mounted right on there. And then you've got a piece of gold cording, and that adhered with a glue dot. Okay. And then on this sample and in your kit, you have 2 of the brushed brass butterflies. So you can add those on there. They're self-adhesive. All right, you've got your piece for the inside, and you've got a strip of DSP to put just along the bottom. Oops. I like to leave a little bit of white. Some people don't. Totally your preference. And in the sample, I used this image to do a little grass over on the side. I'm going to leave that off this time, but here you can see what I did. All right. And I am not going to put a greeting on this one because I don't know if I'm going to make it a birthday card or not yet. So we'll see as the need arises. That just gets centered on the inside. Okay. Now for the gatefold. This is a half a sheet of cardstock, and then it's scored at 2 1/8. The DSP then is 2 inches by 5 3/8. But it's already cut for you. There are 2 different DSP patterns that I've used on your card kits. You should have one that's this pattern, and another one, I think that's the Field of Daffodils. So this can be done really with any. And I like to use the green glue because it just gives me a little bit of wiggle room till I'm happy with that. Okay. You do have, in your kit, you do have another piece of matching paper that's 2 1/2 by 6, and that's meant to put on the envelope flap. Okay. This piece, then, you're only going to put glue on half. And there we go. Easy peasy. Very pretty. I love the bright colors. They're just gorgeous. Okay, that's it for card number 1.